Okay, the effects of a broken home. One, it takes away from their focus on in schooling. Two, let's talk about the penitentiary. Three, let's talk about, single parent pregnancy. Let's talk about that. Alright, let's start off with take away your focus in a broken home. Like let me give you an example with if like your mom and dad end up separating, or if mom is living a certain kind of life and it's affecting what's going on in the home, quite naturally it's going to have an effect on his child, and if he's been around it, and used to chaos. So if a child sees, what's going on in the household, as far as with his parents, like if his parents arguing, or if his mom, dating men, and his mom got men that's over there that's hitting on him and stuff like that. I mean, all that kind of stuff, when their mom on drugs, all that kind of stuff can affect a person, can have an effect on that person's well-being, on that person's state of mind, cause that person to be disturbed, and once he take it, from there and goes to school, he got all those things weighing on his mind, you know what I mean? Living in a broken home, his sister pregnant, his brother on drugs, or his other brother in the penitentiary, or his other, that kind of stuff. If they used to seeing that kind of lifestyle, they're not stable mentally, because their minds are too caught up on what's going on around them. That peace, he doesn't have, because he's not taught to have peace. He just growing up with no, no ethics, no morals, not being taught discipline. The effects of a dysfunctional family. Where does it lead you? It leads you to an unhappy road. It leads you down a road where you're not successful. It leads you into a life full of disappointments. It leads you in the opposite direction of God. It leads you in a path full of destruction. Okay, from my own experience, when I was younger, and I saw my dad leave my mother for another woman and move away. I'm talking about literally leave and not come back. I went to the streets looking for love, and the whole time I was chasing something that I should have been doing myself, looking on the streets for love. And they taught me that tough love. They didn't teach me no real love. They taught me that a man ain't supposed to cry. Taught me, things like, curse words, and, how to disrespect women, and, how to get drunk, how to get high. They didn't teach me nothing about God. And the first thing that we was all taught about, they didn't teach me nothing about respect. Okay. Look at my mom, and look at my family now, how we, we all separated, look at what it does, cause you, to separate from each other, look at it, cause you not to even, come together and be a family, and look at like my sister, my one sister that was on drugs, my other sister, she doing good, she's married now. But look at what the pain that we had to go through, like the time, the arguments, the disagreements, the times when, we didn't see eye to eye with each other, the differences that we had. What I went through was depression, because lack of understanding of myself and lack of knowledge, which, it caused me to, carry myself in a certain kind of way, that was sort of different from others. And what I did, where it led me to is a road of destruction. It led me to, sleeping around, It led me to, getting involved with drugs and alcohol and abusing it. it led me into being disturbed in my mind and making decisions that I should have never made. You know, it caused me to disown my own self. You know, just for, you know, a temporary fix, man. You know what I mean? And that's how I end up sitting in this chair today. You know, let's talk about the times when I've been shot at, when I could have lost my life. Fights with dolphins, you know, trying to be on the block, gunfires, gunshots going off, you know, and I could have easily got hit. The fights that I had and disagreements and arguments that I had with others, you know, just a whole lot of things that happened and took place. You know, you know what I mean, I pretty much sabotaged my own life, but I'm grateful that I got the chance to, you know me, I mean, you know what I was like. I abused alcohol, you know, and it's a miracle that I'm sitting right here, clean and sober, you know. And I just want to, you know, put out there that, you know, I didn't know how I was going to stop, Mike. I didn't know how to stop, you know. But now I can say it's amazing how I can wake up and not, you know what I mean, have the desire to put a bottle to my mouth, you know, have the desire to put some weed to my mouth. I don't even have a taste for a cigarette. You know what I mean? It's just like amazing how God took that way. I'm not even lustful after women like I used to, you know. Now that I see that all those things were wrong, it's like now, you know, I have to look at me. And we don't always want to look at us. You know, we always want to look at this. You know, we want to look at, you know, everything else but us, you know.